Hello everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at the M&P 10mm by Smith Wesson. It's the 2.0 version. So the gun, I was excited when it came out because I like the 10mm. I have a couple of the Glock 10mm and they shoot great. The round is a great round. I use it for handgun hunting. So when Smith Wesson came out with the M&P, I wanted it and it took me a while to find it, but I finally got it. So let's go over some of the basics. The gun is unloaded. So I'm measuring the weight of the gun right now. Unloaded, it's 29 ounces. And the trigger pull on it, let's see, we get a good trigger pull. I got it at 4.8 ounces, which is pretty lightweight for it. It definitely has a lighter trigger pull than the 45 by Smith & Wesson, which this is the 45 version of it. This is a little bit different. It doesn't have the thumb safety, which I don't use it that much, but sometimes it's nice. You can get the thumb safety on the 10mm. One of the nice things, if you do like the thumb safety, is you can actually rack the slide with the safety on, which is kind of a nice feature for someone that's fairly new, or if they're not comfortable with the guns, loading it and stuff. So you can put the safety on and still rack the slide. But they've got the long barrel one and then the shorter barrel one. So this is like the 4-inch and this is 4.5 inch, I do believe. So the gun holds 15 rounds. It's a 15 round mag, just like the Glock. Size-wise, it's very similar to the Glock. As you can see, it's virtually identical in size. So, and it feels about the same. So, now, the interesting thing when I took it out to the range, well, the trigger pull is nice. So it's a nice crisp let off. Now, I don't know if you just caught that. This was happening when I shot the thing. So I was trying to show you the reset, which is fairly short. But what was happening, let's see if it does it again. See how it stops right there? And then when you let go of the trigger, it moves forward. So when you see the video of me shooting this, I was having light primer strikes and stuff because the slide wasn't going back into battery. It was, sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. So when you see the video, you could see how it's doing it. I don't know, I might have to send this back, but what I'm gonna do and I'll take it back out before I send it back, is I'm gonna polish some of this stuff, because this was also having feed issues. So, and I thought a lot of this stuff was due to the feed issue. So I had polished all the inside of the gun along the surfaces that you see in there. I'll take the barrel out and I can show you where I polished. But I found when I pulled the trigger that sometimes it would hang up on that, like that. And that was causing all kinds of issues that I thought it was the feeding, which there was some feed issues. I did have a lot of misfeeds with it, which is unfortunate because I absolutely love the Smith & Wesson line. The handle, they got the different sizes. So this is the smallest one. The one thing that I didn't like about the Smith & Wessons is the palm swell. I don't like that. The smallest one doesn't have as much of a palm swell. So that's why I have that on there. Some people like it, some people don't. Me, I'm not a fan of it. The texture is kind of over the top aggressive. Some people may like that, but me, when I carry this, or, I've carried this one, same thing. The texture it rubs under a t-shirt. So if you're wearing it for a long time, it just kind of rubs your skin, you know, and that's a little uncomfortable to carry it like that. It does have the optics mount, which I don't know if I'll put one on there, but it is nice that a lot of guns are coming out with these optic mounts. So in case you want that, and it's got the nice high-rise sights. It's a 3-dot sight, which I'm not like thrilled on the 3-dot. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like the Glock sights because I'm looking for a dot for when I do rapid shots, and it's easier to see 1 dot than to see 3 dots, because when you're trying to get on target real quick, if I'm mixing up the dots, then I'm not really on target. So if they were different colors, I'd prefer that. But that's just me. Everybody is kind of different about that. So I'm going to show you the videos when they do the double strike, when I was out at the range, when I thought it was a light strike. That's because it locked back like that, and you'll see that in the video. But watch the video, and then we'll come back and take this apart. So I'm here, and I got the new Smith Wesson 10 millimeter. I'm going to load it up with 15 rounds, and we're going to see how this one goes. Okay. Let's try this again. Last time I took it out, did the same thing. It would not feed the first couple rounds. So let's see how it works. So I had a couple light primer strikes on 2 of them, and obviously some feed problems. We'll try these 2 again. Oh well. Okay, I got another mag loaded up. Now granted, this is brand new. I haven't really broken it in, so hopefully it'll break in a little bit better on this mag. So the tolerances on this is a little too tight. So we're having a little bit of chambering issues, which I'm sure will work its way in. And taking it apart, I'll show that later. It doesn't come apart very easily. So here's another mag. There's only 10 left. So we'll see how these fire. Well, hopefully this will break in, because I had high hopes for this. I like the 10 millimeter. Okay, so now we're going to take this apart so I can show you how it comes apart and some of the issues with taking it apart that I happen to have with mine. So make sure the gun is empty and clear. You lock it back, turn the lever down, and there's a little thing that you can do, a little switch that you can flip, or you can just pull the trigger and it comes apart. So this is an issue that I had with it before I even shot it too, is taking it apart. The tolerances on this are so tight that I can't get the barrel out half the time. So I have to sit there and fight with it and wiggle it to get the barrel out, which to me, that's not very good. They should have checked that. It's a tolerance thing. Come on. Like I said, I have to fight with it to get the barrel out, and that I may send it back just because I can't get, I can't get the thing apart half the time. There you go. It's a lot of wiggling and fighting to push the barrel through, which that's tolerances in there that it rubs against there, trying to pull it out. And I'm just, I don't know. Sometimes they overdo the tolerances on these guns. And that's what I thought was the issue with the misfires and stuff. But what I ended up doing to help with the feed issue is I take 2000 grit sandpaper and I polish the surfaces. So I would go in and just polish in there and polish there. One of the feed problems is this is kind of a sharp edge right there. So the bullet would get caught up when it would come to feed in. It would do this and then kind of bind up. Another thing that it was binding up on was the extractor. So I actually had to polish, again, go underneath there and polish a little bit, because when it would try to go feed in, it would go under the extractor and get jammed up. It's kind of hard to show, but it doesn't feed in. It's got a very long extractor, very deep. It goes down a lot. So I was having some feed issues for that. So hopefully with the polishing it'll work better. But I figured out why it was hanging up on the when you're firing it. See the the firing pin block? That when this hits it, the angle's very steep. Unlike the Glocks. You can see the Glock's got a very, gradual compared to the Smiths. The Smith Wesson's steeper, like a 45, where the other one's like a 30 degree. This one, I've never had any problems with feed issues at all. So, and this is another thing. This has got a little bit more of a chamfer on it. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a chamfer on that, where this one, it's got a chamfer. It's a little less. But what I'm going to do to try and see if I can get this to work better is I'm going to sand or, polish these surfaces around there, because it is just stamped sheet metal, so they are kind of rough. But hopefully that'll get rid of the problem with it binding on the safety. If not, then I'm probably going to have to send it back to Smith & Wesson, which I don't mind. Smith & Wesson in the past has been great for service. Some people have complained, but I've had great luck with Smith & Wesson. That's why I have bought many of Smith & Wesson guns, because the service is great. The quality is usually great. I had no problems with the 45 caliber M&P. It shot fine. So this could be just my bad luck, and I just have a gun that doesn't work right. But if I can't get it to work with the polishing, then I'll just send it back, and I'm sure Smith Wesson will do that. But I mean, other than that, the gun fired good for recoil and stuff. It wasn't bad for the recoil at all for the 10 millimeter. It's probably on par with the Glock for that. So other than the tolerance issues and this safety thing hitting, which caused the light primer strikes because it wasn't fully in battery, and you can see that in the video. When I looked at the video, it showed that. So hopefully polishing it will work and stuff, and hopefully Smith & Wesson will find that problem or see the video and, you know, look at the problem that I had, and maybe they can change it a little bit, fix the way it feeds or where the angle is on that, and, you know, they'll work better. I mean, this is the first year they're out. They're brand new, so you got to expect some problems. And, you know, I'm not going to call them up and scream and yelling because it happens. You get better service if you're nice to them. And I'm sure they'll fix it if there's problems. But that's my take on the Smith & Wesson 10 millimeter. So it goes back together a little bit better. So to put it back together, you put the barrel and the spring in just like before. Lock it back, flip the thing, and then you're all set. I did want to show the reset on it, but so the reset's pretty good. It's about like halfway for the let off. I do like the little trigger thing here compared to the 45 that I got. It's a little bit nicer, I think. But I mean, like both of them, so I can't complain. But here you go. So that's the M&P 10 millimeter by Smith & Wesson. And it's overall, it's a nice gun, but I've had some problems, and it could be just me. So hopefully it'll get worked out, and I'll let everybody know if it does. So have a good day.